Steven Johnson's book, titled Where Good Ideas Come From, is a search for the patterns in innovation that have created the most brilliant ideas in our history. This presentation focuses on the main aspects of the book and Johnson's research. Is it environment? It turns out living in a rural, suburban, or urban community can affect the way in which you incubate and produce ideas. Obviously, lifestyles are different, therefore the people and their way of thinking are different as well. We can all agree that in our society, and more importantly in our lives, we are striving for many of the same things. We want creativity and the ability to break the mold, as well as innovation and skills that produce higher levels of thinking. Johnson's book not only explained the processes that he came across in his research, but he gave many examples from our history of people and their experiences with innovation. He explored their environments and their struggles. So are there spaces that encourage creative thoughts? If so, what similarities do these spaces share? And how can we use this information to revamp our lives and patterns of thinking? It is very rare that a person incubates and creates an idea individually and in a short amount of time. Thoughts are often building blocks upon other thoughts, and together many good ideas are formed. Today, we have many means of collaboration. Our lives are jam-packed with methods of communication and collaboration. We can contact each other in so many ways, and it actually has made us smarter, contrary to what many people believe. It isn't usually until ideas collide with other ideas that advancements occur. Yes, we have a lot going on, but our means of connections are our means of creation. Most people believe that multitasking leads to distraction and less innovative ideas. But what they do not know is that without partnership, many of our great ideas will never even leave the nest. These so-called distractions are actually bridges to pieces of information that we may have been missing on our own. Johnson stated, "The rise in liquid networks is where connection is valued more than protection. So if we want to build environments that generate good ideas, whether those environments are in schools, corporations, governments, or our own personal lives, we need to keep that history in mind and not fall back on the easy assumption that competitive markets are the only reliable source of good ideas." We are not only talking about the components and materials provided in these ideal spaces. He even considered the architecture of each of the structures. Instead of being afraid that our ideas will be stolen, we should embrace collaboration and see what great things may come of it. Ultimately, our goal is to create environments that promote collaboration, innovation, creativity, and that are fertile for good ideas. In order to achieve this goal, the following are required: diversity, expertise, many ideas, and a range of professions. Eventually, Johnson discovered that many instances of innovation in history happened similarly. These instances included Darwin, the incubator, Gutenberg, and many, many more. Johnson states that our biological systems can too affect our creativity and patterns of thinking. For example, a person who lives in the African rainforest will think much differently than someone living in New York City. But guess what? The city wins. Research proves that people living in cities have the ability to incubate, produce, and act upon their ideas best. Perhaps it's a fast-paced lifestyle or the fact that they are surrounded by others which promotes collaboration at all times. Finally, Johnson believes that innovative environments share these patterns that are separated into the 7 chapters of his book. The information in this presentation was obtained from Johnson's book, Where Good Ideas Come From, published in New York City by the Penguin Group.